J.M. DeMatteis, James Tucker, and Ethan Beavers explore a destroyed universe as Wonder Woman finds herself on Apokolips, where she is confronted by her apparent former lover, Darkseid. J.M. DeMatteis and James Tucker do a really great job exploring the multiverse this issue, with a Wonder Woman and Darkseid focused issue that, like some of the early issues, harken back to some of the best episodes of the Justice League animated series. I loved the very Greek tragedy feel to the story of a Darkseid who realizes that he was always wrong about the anti-life equation, and Wonder Woman being the one who has softened his heart and makes him feel love again, but then that's all ripped away by Darkseid's own greed coming back to bite him. Thanks to the pit stop in this universe, the overall plot of Amazo and the League traveling to find him doesn't really go anywhere, which is a shame, but I did like how the opening of it with Amazo in the mirrored realm is used as a framing device for the Wonder Woman section of the book. Kind of like Amazo is watching these universes from the mirrored room, and him watching these stories will no doubt have an effect on his journey to discover the person who he is, and this could be a really cool way for them to sort of say that he's being influenced by these heroes and the heroes he sees fighting through the multiverse. I think that'd be a really unique take on Amazo. Ethan Beavers again does some brilliant and extremely colourful artwork that puts a lot of weight into the thrilling action we see throughout this issue, with Wonder Woman fighting Darkseid and then later on Hades. I love the big spread page that he did that has all the panels separated by these Kirby-esque lines and shapes that make it look like a cracked mirror. Again, brilliantly tying into that amazing opening framing device with Amazo watching this through cracked mirrors. I thought that was quite unique and cool. Justice League Infinity issue 4 was another really awesome, well-drawn, character-focused issue that paid homage to some Greek tragedies and past episodes of the animated show, making for a great installment in the series. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Justice League Infinity issue 4 finds Amazo continuing to fall through the now broken multiverse, thinking that he has found himself finally in the mirrored room as a voice calls out to him and promises him completion. He knows that he doesn't care about the mirrors breaking around him, since finding questions to his answers is all he ever cared about. He reaches out to a mirror where he sees himself touching it, condemning the multiverse to death, or in Wonder Woman's case, imprisonment. Wonder Woman meanwhile awakens to find herself confronted by Darkseid, who knows the woman to be confused. Diana, however, attacks him, thinking that this is all his doing. She smashes him around the cave, demanding to know why he won't fight back, so Darkseid says it's because he lost the will to fight thousands of years ago. Diana realizes that this isn't the Dark Lord she knows, and Darkseid knows she isn't the Diana he knows, showing her a statue of this universe's Wonder Woman. She learns from Darkseid that this was once Apokolips, and he was the one who murdered it long ago with the end of creation. He knows that it was his hubris and stupidity that did all of this, explaining how it all began with a war over the anti-life equation, but he was very wrong about the equation, but he realized it all too late and there was no turning back, but it was thanks to Wonder Woman and her wisdom that both sides of the war called a truce, with Wonder Woman joining him on Apokolips to help build a bridge between their two peoples. As Diana lived with Darkseid, the two began to fall in love with one another, but the equation kept calling to Darkseid, and soon he found it again, betraying his beloved all at the behest of the anti-life equation, which spoke to him in his head. The equation grabbed hold of Darkseid, forcing him to unleash it not just on Apokolips but across the universe. On the Infinity Javelin, the Justice League barely survived going through the interdimensional gateway that has opened in their universe. John knows that they were hit by a cosmic tsunami and it's tearing the ship apart as Manhunter struggles to guide them through the storm, soon finding it all to be too much even for his strong mind to comprehend. Batman tells John that he is stronger than this, and despite losing his entire family and home, he found the will to survive and begin life again. Focusing, Manhunter is able to see that Amazo is behind this madness, knowing they need to stop him before he brings all reality crashing down. Wonder Woman meanwhile continues listening to Darkseid's tale about how the equation took control of him and left him only with pain and meaninglessness, bringing endless infinite death to him and everything in the universe before returning to Apokolips and killing everything, including his Wonder Woman. Darkseid, however, was spared by the anti-life equation, left to suffer for 1,000 years alone. Darkseid knows he wasn't fully alone though, since some creatures made by the equation still live, mocking and torturing him, but he would bear it if he could just get to see Diana back. He knows that with this Wonder Woman, they can change it all, since if there is an anti-life equation, there must be a life equation as well, and together they can find it. Diana refuses, knowing that she isn't the woman he once knew, and his Diana was clearly lost and damaged if she could ever find the love in a monster like him. Diana takes off into the frozen wastes, knowing men like Darkseid are always liars. Same with men like Hades. She remembers when Hades claimed to be her father, but despite dismissing his words, she thinks that what if they were actually true and she is a child of hell? Suddenly Hades appears before her, knowing being in this realm has brought many questions to the surface of Diana's mind. She attacks Hades, battling the god of the underworld as the man goads about being her supposed father, wanting his daughter to kill him. Diana knows that he would rather die if that was the case, so Hades wishes to oblige her, choking her. Darkseid, however, arrives, blasting the villain with his Omega beams, knowing Wonder Woman will not die again. Hades transforms into a monster as Diana realizes it wasn't Hades at all, but an anti-life creature, left there to torment Darkseid and now her. The monster attacks Darkseid, who futilely fights back as it begins to kill him. Wonder Woman comes to his aid, banging her bracelets together and driving the creature back as the dying Darkseid says he never understood how those bracelets of hers worked. He knows it's too late for him, but not for Diana. Darkseid dies in Wonder Woman's arms as she grieves not for the monster, but for the man he became. Diana is pulled from her grief by the arrival of her universe's Superman and his new friends, the Justice Alliance, who know they need her help to save the multiverse.